Hello guys, welcome back to Richysrich review. So today we are going to be dealing on this book titled The 360-Degree Leader by John C Maxwell, and it's all about leading from the middle of an organization. Yes, and we are going to be dealing on the section 1 of this book, which is all about the 7 minds of leadership. Here, minds are those things we consider right, but actually they are not, and is one of the limitations to leadership. We're going to be taking them one after the other. So number 1 of it is the position mind, and it states that I can't lead if I'm not at the top. Who said so that you can't lead unless you're at the top? You can lead from anywhere you are. You just have to cultivate that spirit of leadership and you see things happen. You don't necessarily need to be on the top before you start leading. Then the second one is the destination mind, which is when I get to the top, then I will learn to lead. Of course, if you don't know how to lead at the middle of an organization or in that particular place you are at the moment, there is no how you will learn how to lead once you get to the top. Because if you get there, man, you'll be very confused. Yes. Why? Because you don't have any atom of leadership in you. You just want to be there, but you will find out that you are not even doing anything, that you might, so many things, you'll be getting it all wrong. Then the third one is the influence mind, which is if I were on top, then people would follow. Just know that influence is earned and is not imposed. If people don't follow you when you are at that organization, at that floor position, there is no how they will follow you at the top. And even if they must follow you, that means it's because of that title and the consequences that follows that title. If at all they don't follow you, something of such. So you have to create that environment in which people are free with you. They are comfortable with you. By so doing, if you don't do such, there is no how you can be a good leader, and there is no how your subject or the people you are leading will follow you completely. The fourth one is the inexperienced mind. Here they say, when I get to the top, I will be in control. How will you be in control at the top when you are not in control at that middle position that you are? You see, there is no how you can control a whole lot of people when you are unable to control a small number of people. The fifth one is the freedom mind, which is when I get to the top, I will no longer be limited. Guy, this is where your limitation sets in. For example, if you are in a floor position or if you are in an organization, you are being given just one task to do. And that task, you know that once you are done with that task, you are done. You can have so much time to go about your other activities. You have your free and leisure time. But once you have that leadership position in that particular organization, you'll notice that the tasks will increase. You have to oversee other members of the organizations. You have to know what they are doing, whether they are getting it right or not. And also, you have to do your own work on top. So you see, by the end of the day, you barely have time for yourself, not to talk of having time to hang out with friends. So your limitation sets in. The next one is the potential mind, and it says that I can't reach my potentials if I'm not at the top, says who? My dear, with dedication, being committed and consistent, believe me, you will attain any level you want to in life, wherever you are. You just need to be focused, you just need to be consistent, and every other thing is settled. Then, the last but not the least is the all or nothing mind, which is if I can't get to the top, I won't try to lead. You might as well consider not to lead at all, because I'm not saying you are at that top with that particular mindset. Yes, just know that a good leadership is learned from the trenches. There you get to know what people want, how they feel about a particular thing or a certain thing. And from there, you will know how to cultivate your spirit of leadership. Yes. If you want to be a successful leader, you tend to learn how to lead before you are being given that leadership position. You cannot just start leading at the top. You have to learn it from scratch. of course. And some people enter the process of leadership, then at a point they become frustrated because they define success as being on top. Success is not necessarily being on top. It has a whole lot to it. Becoming an effective 360-degree leader requires a whole lot. And the true measure of leadership is influence. Nothing more, nothing less. So guys, if you honestly want to be a good leader, get this book for yourself and let's go on this journey together. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. See you guys on our next